Teens Want to Know continues its coverage of the SWURQ video shoot with an exclusive interview of actor and musician Corey Feldman. Corey, known for such 80s hits as The Goonies, Stand By Me, The Lost Boys, and Gremlins, was gracious enough to spend a few minutes with us, in costume, and accompanied by his Corey's Angels, while waiting to shoot his scenes. Hi, we're here with Corey Feldman and some of Corey's Angels, who are going to tell us a little bit more about what that means.
So the whole thing is like, you know, we're all about creating positive energy, positive momentum, you know, bringing that angelic kind of feeling to the world, that we can all be our best selves if we try, you know, if we make a little effort. And that's really what it's about. So I'm creating a children's book series, which is going to be based on Corey's Angels, but it's going to be obviously, you know, placating children. So it's going to be called Baby Angels. The first book, I can tell you, that's going to be coming out this spring, is going to be about bullying. And it's going to be the story of, you know, these kids who are basically trying to do a good deed at their school, and they're trying to create a fundraiser, like a play, and they want to do this play for the other kids, and they've kind of put all this money together, and these bad bully kids come along and actually steal the money out of one of their lockers. So the Angels hear about this, and they get very upset. So the Angels come down and they say, listen, guys, you know, you can't be stealing. And they're like, well, we don't care. We're going to do what we want to do. And, you know, we'll steal from you too. Give me those wings. Give me that halo, you know. The reason why I think it's so important to approach this from a children's perspective is because bullying and all of those things, and the idea of labeling people a certain way, you know, if they don't look like me, then they're the enemy. You know, that whole idea, whether it's racism or creating barriers between different archetypes, whether it be because of social reasons or because of race or because of ethnicity or whatever it is, religious beliefs, there's really no reason for any of us to be divided. The problem with a lot of girls, why they get misled and they end up going from baby angels to leading shady lives or doing things that are not socially acceptable or illegal activities or whatever. The reason they grow up and do those things is because A, they didn't have good communication when they were kids. Their parents probably didn't talk to them properly. And B, they were treated badly, differently, because they're beautiful. It goes both ways. You know, people need to realize that as much as like the fat kid gets beat up at school, so does the really pretty girl, and so does the really good-looking boy. Because at the end of the day, anything that makes you unique or stand out as an individual is a reason for everybody else to group together and pick on that person. Dividing does not work. You know, segregation doesn't fit in the plan. What fits in the plan is everybody congelling, working together, creating a team of positive energy, and figuring out a solution. So we're here to say there's no reason to bully, there's no reason to divide, there's no reason to see people as your enemy or as different. We are all the same, you know? And as soon as we stop taking responsibility for our actions, or we forget that the most important thing is to pass that message on to the next person, as soon as we forget that responsibility, that's when we're not taking part in the evolution of this earth.
And you started out as a child actor. What advice do you have for kids who are trying to get into showbiz?
Stay away. I mean, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with expressing your art. You know, if you're a kid and you have a creative, artistic brain, then go for it. You know, always follow your dreams. Always follow your dreams. But that said, I don't think that a career should become the pertinent objective for children or for children's parents. Folks, let's keep it in perspective. If you're a parent, it's your responsibility to remember that a childhood should remain a childhood, not an adulthood. They can do that later in life. But the problem is when somebody becomes super famous, all of a sudden the parents, who are the ones that are really responsible, start seeing their kid as a commodity or as a business partner, and they forget about the fact that I'm just mom or I'm just dad, and I'm not here to make money off you. I'm here to like help you achieve your goals and show you that I love you no matter what you do in life.
And what can we see you in next?
I have a very exciting announcement, which I'm going to give you the exclusive on right now.
Wow.
I'm doing a project with Nickelodeon, which is very, very exciting. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but there's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon that just debuted a few months back. But anyway, I was, for those of you who don't know, because you might be too young, I was the voice of Donatello in the actual Ninja Turtles movies, the first one and the third one. Didn't do the second one because that Vanilla Ice character was in it. That was a little shitty. Stayed far away from that one. But anyway, the movies themselves, you know, the first and the third, I actually played Donatello. So they were trying to get me back involved somehow, and they created this new show, and I'm friends with the creators of the show, and it turned out that one of my best friends in the world, a fellow Goonie, Sean Astin, who played Mikey in the Goonies, got the part of Raphael in the Ninja Turtle series. So actually, a Goonie is playing a Ninja Turtle, which is ironic since I was a Goonie and I played a Ninja Turtle. So we have actually re-teamed up for the first time that I believe any two Goonies have worked together again since the film in the last 25 years. So this is a very big deal that we're actually reuniting for the sake of Ninja Turtles. So I will be appearing on the next season of Ninja Turtles with Sean Astin. And Rick One and I have been working on some dynamic new stuff. First single's out, which you can actually download for free if you go to www.coreyfeldman.net, and it's a very positive, fun, upbeat dance song that makes you want to move.
Hey, we're Corey's Angels, and thanks for watching Teens Wanna Know.
I want to know.